Stories of the Infinite Yes is a collection of first-hand accounts made by participants of the Infinite Yes, or interviews with individuals who have been doing this work ongoing. I am so excited to walk back through the memoirs of the Infinite Yes here with all of you. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Kelly. I'm really happy that you decided to come here and share your stories of the Infinite Yes with our listeners.
Me too.
Last weekend was really beautiful for a lot of people.
Me included.
I would love to hear your impressions.
Yeah. I felt like I wanted to come beyond just connecting with people, which this has become like a home for me, a family, and like coming back every couple months or 3 months and honoring that family is like really important to me. But beyond that, like all my work kind of revolves around creativity and going inward and being inspired. And, I do photography and kind of storytelling, if you will. And it's just been a grind, and it continues to be harder and harder of a grind. And I'm starting to scare myself that I'm losing my mojo. So anyway, that was kind of one of my big intentions, was like, how do I become basically more ambitious, which is kind of like a weird word for like, especially like this community, but like, and as like a man in some ways as well, as like a provider, even though I'm not providing for anyone at the moment besides my dogs, I still find that I need like something to live for. And this medicine that was new really felt like I was tapping into like a fire that kind of is related to ambition, which was really cool just to sit with it, and knowing that I would not feel like that in 6 hours, but just kind of sit with it and remember, like really check myself and see what this feels like, so that when I go back to my life of clear mind, then at least I'd have like a marker. But the medicine, like just to fast forward while we're talking about that medicine, it's like what came this week. Now it's been 1 week. What came to me in the week was this feeling of feeling really direct. I had a couple conversations with people where I felt like I was having this like clarity that sometimes comes when you get angry, or like an intelligence that sometimes comes when you get angry, but without the anger. And very like, kind of like I'm giving a fuck in a way that it felt like it could kind of like shift things in my life if I continue to kind of practice like those feelings of directness.
I can't wait to see where that takes you. But the night took a turn, right? We went somewhere else, didn't we?
Yeah. So that all happened around up until about midnight, and then what happened?
Well, we changed medicines, we changed course, and you and I have known each other a long time. At somewhere around 3 a.m, someone said you were having a hard time and asking for me.
Yeah. I think since I've started doing plant medicine in the past 2.5 years, my journeys have actually become harder recently, and I do a number of them actually on my own, just at my house. I have a wood stove and a great room for it, and just like on a Friday or Saturday night, usually no one else around. But when they get hard, it's really hard to be by yourself. And so many times doing that, I've like cried out for help. And it was so cool to be in that same space here and all of these people around me. And I was really self-conscious about it, but who cares? Like, whatever. You know, there was like maybe 6 or 7 people like at one point like staring at me, and I felt like I couldn't even like, everyone was asking me what was going on, and I couldn't even like say a sentence. And, you know, I just wanted you to witness me. Just to be like held by some people and cared for, and not feeling like, and like legit feeling like people were just wanted to be there with me.
It sounds like your journey was really deep and powerful in the night, but how did you feel the next morning?
The next morning I felt really raw and a little bit embarrassed, but not like in a shameful way, just like a funny way. Like, oh my God, I created such a scene at 3 a.m. when I was supposed to kind of come and be supportive of, you know, a few friends and, you know, get some sleep. And now I'm on the floor staring at the ceiling at, you know, it was 3. And I felt really raw, and I was thinking about vulnerability and how, like, sometimes it feels like, oh, this is like a cool thought and like a cool concept, and it's like going to elevate the group if we're all vulnerable, and it's like an elevating, expansive experience of being vulnerable. But I like, really what it feels like is not so cool all the time. It feels like going low and like being in the dirt and like physically, you know, in this case, I was on the ground, and it's messy. And the idea of being vulnerable is like not like crafting some sort of like well curated like thoughts and statements about your life. Instead, it's like humiliating, and then God kind of does the elevating part through it, you know, which, you know, so it was like a reminder to just stay low, you know, just stay low and not try to be like some big inspiration. Yeah, I really am grateful for, I think, for as far as I can see, and as far as I can see in my past, I think my work is like letting go of all kinds of things, and the feeling that you get from letting go. And that was, and sometimes I think when I come here, I like want to like wage war like in myself, you know, and I think it comes around like, I just don't let go easily.
Yeah, and this morning when I talked to you, I could really feel something real happen for you.
Yeah.
Something really big and deep.
Yeah.
And I really do feel like it was kind of a culmination of, you know, a lot of things.
Right.
And that's what you were wanting.
Right. Totally. It was, this week it was like, whoa, like every day was feeling it and continuing to feel it and feeling like empowered. And like my roommate like recognized it and said something to me about it, you know, multiple times. And that was pretty cool. She was like, whoa, like this new version of you, this like, she's like, I'm loving this energy. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a real inspiration to me. We do say that the thread of the divine flows through the whole room during integration, and I've never heard it put quite that way. So thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing with me and with everyone.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm stoked.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you too.